All right, so hey, so in the last few videos we've been talking about Starlink, some of the things we've been doing with it. So I want to invite a friend, Corey Lyons, who has been kind of pushing me with this. So Corey, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, I'm Corey Lyons. I'm Adam's friend and then coworker as well. So he and I both work for a software company out of California, but we've been talking for years, actually, right, Adam, on all sorts of nerdy topics. And so when the Starlink and his latitude and longitude on the planet Earth came along, that was pretty good for him. So I'm excited to talk about his experience.
There we are. We lost you for a second. Sorry about that.
It's all about the Starlink Beta.
It is a beta, and we are running on VMware's Velo Cloud, so that's always fun. Also, my name is Aaron, not Adam. Common mistake.
Did I say Adam?
You did. I get that a lot. It's even better when one of the sales reps does it to me because I'm like, seriously?
Wow, that is horrible because I'm talking about our friendship and then I used the wrong name. That's fair.
That's all right. We'll have fun with it.
Well, I just was finishing a conversation with an Adam in Slack on another thing, so that's probably why the neurons what they did. But
totally cool. All right. So real quick, I just want to do a quick screen share. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and share. Maybe I'm going to attempt to share a tab because I just want to show. Okay, so tell me, can you see the screen share?
Yeah, it's up now.
Okay, so I just want to point out this is I'm using ifconfig.me, so this is a Starlink IP address. So 143, 131 series seems to belong to them. So, and then one more share. Well, I guess that'll probably be good for now. So I just wanted to show that so that we can show that it's we are actually using Starlink. I am actually running this over Velo Cloud, which is pretty cool because I never had a reason to test it. So now I'm totally testing it. So how's the video on your end, Corey?
Yeah, so aside from the pause where I slaughtered your name and that stuff, it's good because when Aaron got this set up initially, we had done a FaceTime call, like his first video call over it was iOS to iOS. So, and without the Velo Cloud box in the mix. So this is much smoother. There was a big latency pause and stuff that we noticed here in the stream. And there's one going right now. So I'll be curious how the recording goes, but they were way more frequent, the pauses when we were doing this over FaceTime. So I do see some improvement, even though as I'm speaking, Aaron is still currently paused on the video. We never lost audio on FaceTime, but the video would gray out and just said there's
super awkward. And we're back.
Yeah, but I was just, so if the stream's still recording, Aaron, what I was saying when you were on hiatus is the interruptions were much more frequent over FaceTime. So we are seeing a much better level of continuous stream. And then the pauses to me though, right now feel like they're a little longer and we're losing both audio and video versus over FaceTime. All we ever lost was video. Our audio stayed up the whole time.
Well, and to be fair, this thing is still, after how long I've been doing this, a month now, it's still sitting on my back deck. I have not got this mounted. So I actually have a satellite TV arm that I'm going to use to mount this on my roof. Now, I also contacted support because I was hoping that maybe it would be available at my other property in Central Oregon. We're hoping by February, because if it is, I'm just going to unequivocally move it. So because I actually tested this yesterday while I was working. I tried working off of it, and it was pretty good, but I was in labs and it was dropping me often enough where I had to get back. But I actually streamed, so inside my my own personal media server. I tried that. Buffering was a problem with that. Netflix was great. Netflix just didn't even know. Prime Video didn't even seem to know. So, I mean, I think this is manageable for most use cases. I think the challenge would be video calls, and like if you're actually doing live work would be a problem.
So were your Netflix and your Amazon experiences with Velo or without?
With.
Okay.
So in fairness, I should probably try them without. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I just wanted to see what would happen, and I worked off of it. I was actually VPN back into my home as well because I was doing some other work from my from one laptop. So I was VPN back in over Velo, and that worked really well. As also never dropped the VPN; it just dropped a lot of packets.
Right.
So I mean, that was interesting.
Yeah, I'll be curious if we make it through this conversation and the way you're capturing the stream. Like, what is the what is the result of that versus, you know,
Yes.
what were you seeing in terms of receiving the full content from my side of the house? So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited about what the future holds. I'm glad that Aaron was willing to like entertain the back and forth we had when he got his email, because I'm stuck in Northwest Ohio, and I am not conducive to where Starlink is currently being tested and deployed. So even though they have some ground repeater stations and things near here, like that serve the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, like extreme northern Michigan, I'm every bit of 6 hours, 8 hours by car from where I think other people are able to test.
Well, and it looks like, I mean, we'll see, Russia and others notwithstanding, it looks like they may actually be able to launch more satellites, get more testing out. It looks like they're trying to roll out fairly aggressively. And I think we're 3 months now into the beta. And I've got to be honest, this is...
There's another pause from what I'm getting at. So we'll see how long this one lasts. But yeah, it's interesting.
So we'll see. Oh, we're back.
Back much faster this time.
Well, hold on. We're going to drop again. I can see it. Oh, maybe not.
All right.
Oh, we're back. All right. That was good.
That was much shorter duration.
Yeah. Well, and I'm also wondering, I've gotten a lot of feedback from people. I'm really wondering, once I get this thing mounted at a better location with less obstruction, if it will be a cleaner signal.
Yeah. I'll be curious about that as well. And what kind
I just wanted to push it and see what it would do, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so is this, generally speaking, this is in the same physical location as it was where our very first FaceTime call happened?
Yeah, it's exactly the same place.
Okay, well, so this is a marked improvement. I mean, this is, aside from I'm losing both audio and video from you, except for this last, because there's been, what, 3 or 4 now distinct drop-outs. I mean, this has been pretty good. I would say, yes, in terms of doing business, and would I do a customer call over this? Not right now. No.
Not yet. Not there.
Not great for whiteboarding sessions and the other stuff you and I typically will discuss with our customers. But
to be fair, I mean, you know, it is a beta, and I anticipate, and we're running it over Velo, so that does change things a little bit. But I anticipate, I don't know, I think if they can get another round of satellites up, we might be in good shape. And if I can get it mounted better.
Well, tweet this at Elon and be like, dude, you know, here's where things stand. When we get the next couple batches of satellites.
That is what I have been doing wrong. I need to send him my YouTube channel, get him to promote it. Then people will jump on.
Good luck with that. Let me know if he responds. Sometimes he does. You catch him in the right mood. You never know.
Hey, no, this is a lot of fun, though. I've really enjoyed the beta. I'm really excited about this. And
oh, there you go. You're frozen again. But beta. So I think so there's not too much dead air. I think the thing that Aaron and I are both interested in is like, what is the broader global impact of this, right? I mean, that's why I'm excited to collaborate with him. And one of the reasons we've had so much fun talking to each other over the years, he and I have known one another. It's like, what are the possibilities for some of these technologies? So I think, you know, we're huddling on that front.
And we're back.
And so I was filling in. Well, I'll be very curious how you edit all of this, because I was like, the reason we're talking about this is, you know, what is the broader global impact of Starlink and these technologies? Yeah. It's one of the reasons you and I have gotten along so well over the years. We've known one another. You know, what does the future hold? We get little glimpses, you know, on kind of the front end of some of these exercises. My office is a pretty tightly cropped picture right now, Aaron. I think you should keep it this way, because if they saw the mess of all the other technology you and I are screwing around with on a daily basis, it's clear that we've got a problem. So
I got the lecture again from my wife when her friend was over about needing to have a separate office with a door, because I have too much junk. I was like, well, okay, that's a fair point. Like, I can't really argue with you there. It's like, but we keep the internet up. And she was okay with that. She just said you just need to keep an office somewhere.
Right. Well, I think it's humorous that you and I have, as a slight tangent to this, right? We've talked about, I got my solar generator and its 1 millisecond cutover isn't sufficient for my lab hardware on the UPS. But like, the thing that's really interesting about Starlink, to bring it back home, is, you know, how much power does this thing draw? Like, can you go into more remote settings and actually provide this connectivity to underserved individuals and things, both in the US and globally around, you know, is it feasible? Because I think that's the the hope we have for most technology, working for a software company we work for, right, is that we're going to make the world a better place with it. I know there's so much going on the globe that can be both bad and good. And our now former CEO coming in here in the near future, according to the press today, and his email, talks about that all the time. So I'm excited to keep collaborating on this front, seeing what the use cases are that fit not only your personal interests but the interests of our customers as well.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the live stream. Let's. I'll go back and do some editing. I'll get this up and send you a preview before I post it. So hey, thanks for joining, Corey. It was great talking to you, and we'll talk soon.
Yep. Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.